Today, I want to share with everyone that water is the most vital component of the human body. Drinking water is a daily activity that many consider simple. Just pick up a glass and gulp it down. However, doctors remind us that consistently drinking water every morning after the age of 50 can bring numerous benefits to the body. But, if consumed incorrectly, it could affect your health. Benefits of drinking water every morning after age 50. 1. Activates the digestive system and reduces the risk of constipation. After waking up, your digestive system is in a slow state from a night of rest. Eating food right away might burden your digestive system, whereas water requires almost no digestion. Drinking a glass of water in the morning can activate your digestive system and accelerate its movements, reducing the likelihood of constipation. 2. Dilutes blood and lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease. Researchers from Queensland University's School of Public Health found that people aged 50 to 59 have a higher risk of non-fatal cardiovascular events compared to those under 50. After a night's sleep, the body is often dehydrated, and blood becomes thicker, which is detrimental to cardiovascular health. Drinking a glass of water in the morning can help dilute the blood, effectively reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. 3. Makes the brain more alert and reduces the risk of stroke. Upon waking, thicker blood can slow down circulation in the brain's blood vessels, which is why we often feel sluggish in the morning. Drinking a glass of water helps dilute the blood, speeding up circulation and making the brain more alert while also lowering the risk of plaques and clots in the brain's blood vessels. The European Heart Journal published a study showing that daily hydration can reduce the incidence of heart disease by 39%, stroke by 56%, and general cardiovascular incidence by 29%. Hence, developing the habit of drinking water every morning is crucial. Types of water to avoid in the morning. 1. Ice water. Drinking ice water immediately after waking up can shock your digestive system, reducing its efficiency and potentially increasing health risks. Ice water also causes blood vessels to constrict, reducing blood flow, which is particularly risky for older adults whose blood vessels are more fragile. 2. Honey water. Although honey water is considered nourishing, its high sugar content can make your blood thicker if consumed first thing in the morning. Honey also stimulates the secretion of stomach acid, which can harm the stomach lining if consumed on an empty stomach. 3. Salt water. Contrary to popular belief, drinking salt water in the morning can lead to excessive salt intake, increasing the risk of hypertension and cardiovascular diseases. The digestive system is highly absorbent in the morning, and consuming salt water can disrupt the body's osmotic balance, leading to water retention. How much water should you drink in the morning? According to Dr. Liu from Capital Medical University, about 50 milliliters of water is appropriate. Drinking too little won't sufficiently dilute the blood or activate the digestive system, while drinking too much can overly dilute stomach acid, affecting digestion. The temperature of the water should also be considered. It should be below 65 degrees Celsius, warm enough to feel comfortable but not hot. In conclusion, drinking a glass of water in the morning has significant health benefits, especially for those over 50. It can help lower the risk of cardiovascular diseases and support the digestive system. Maintaining proper hydration and choosing the right type and amount of water is essential for long-term health and well-being. Recommended summer drinks for seniors. 1. Mung bean soup. Mung beans are sweet and cool, with properties that clear heat, relieve summer heat, promote urination, reduce swelling, quench thirst, and lower blood pressure. They are commonly used to alleviate heat stroke and sore throats. However, people with low blood pressure and women during menstruation should avoid it due to its cooling nature. 2. Hot tea. Contrary to popular belief, hot tea is more effective than cold tea for cooling down in summer. The components in tea can lower skin temperature significantly after 9 minutes and maintain this effect for over 15 minutes. 3. Bitter melon juice. Bitter melon has high nutritional value with abundant vitamin C, which enhances blood vessel permeability and protects cardiovascular health. It can lower blood pressure and cholesterol. For those who dislike its bitterness, a bit of honey can be added for flavor. However, people with a cold constitution should consume it cautiously. 4. Fresh lotus root juice. Fresh lotus root juice can clear heat, relieve irritability, quench thirst, and stop vomiting. If you wash fresh lotus root, slice it, and add a suitable amount of sugar, it makes a refreshing drink that helps to cool down and relieve summer heat. 5. Wintermelon tea. According to the Compendium of Materia Medica, wintermelon is sweet and cool with diuretic, swelling-reducing, heat-clearing, detoxifying, stomach-clearing, and fire-lowering properties. It's great for summer health maintenance. To make it at home, wash fresh wintermelon, remove the seeds, and cut it into pieces with the skin on. Boil it until it's soft and drink it directly or blend and strain it, adding a little sugar for a natural, low-calorie winter melon tea. 6. Watermelon juice. Watermelon is known for its ability to clear heat, relieve summer heat, quench thirst, promote urination, and detoxify. It's effective for treating various heat-related symptoms such as summer heat, irritability, thirst, difficulty urinating, sore throat, and oral inflammation. Watermelon is a natural, nutritious beverage with many benefits, but people with a cold constitution should avoid consuming it in large quantities or over long periods. Can you drink overnight water? Many people are concerned about whether overnight water is safe to drink and whether it really causes cancer, as some claim. If overnight water is unsafe, it's typically because the water has become contaminated and new substances have formed. However, the exact time for water to spoil isn't fixed, as it depends on external factors like temperature. In summer, higher temperatures and more moisture in the air promote rapid bacterial growth, which can contaminate the water and cause diarrhea. Therefore, it's best to avoid drinking overnight water in summer if possible. Boiled water shouldn't be left for too long, and water that's been sitting for several days is not advisable to drink. If overnight water hasn't been contaminated by other substances, it won't spontaneously generate carcinogens. As long as the water source is clean and meets safety standards, boiling it won't create harmful substances. However, tea left overnight can produce amino acids, leading to microbial growth, making it unsuitable for consumption. Some claim that drinking overnight water is toxic or carcinogenic due to nitrite content. While nitrosamine compounds are a byproduct of water disinfection, the amount we ingest from drinking water is minimal. Nitrosamines require specific conditions and precursor substances to form. After boiling, the bacteria in water become inactive and nitrate content is low, so there's no significant formation of nitrosamines. Thus, even water left overnight won't change fundamentally, though microbial levels might slightly increase without posing significant health risks. Therefore, the claim that overnight water is undrinkable is unfounded. Clarifying overnight water. What is considered overnight water? If water boiled at 7 p.m. is drunk at 7 a.m. the next day, it's overnight water. If water boiled at 7 a.m. is drunk at 7 p.m., it's also 12 hours old. Daytime bacteria aren't fewer than nighttime bacteria, thus the notion that overnight water is undrinkable is baseless. The main concern should be the duration the water is left. Generally, bacteria from the container or air need time to grow, with bacteria doubling every half hour. A 6 to 8 hour period is usually safe. Experiments have shown that even after several nights, nitrite levels in water remain well below national safety standards. When not to drink overnight water, certain conditions make overnight water unsuitable. 1. Polluted environment. If the water is left in an unclean environment with a lot of dust and no cover, it may become contaminated with impurities and bacteria, which can affect health if consumed. Proper storage of drinking water is important, using a water kettle or a sealed glass bottle to prevent contamination from airborne dust and particles. If you can't meet these conditions and the storage environment is poor and heavily polluted, it's best not to use the water. 2. Overnight water with additives. Some types of overnight water should not be consumed, especially if they contain additives. Many people like to brew chrysanthemum or goji berry water for health benefits or add honey or fruit to drinking water. Such non-pure drinking water can spoil by the next day, and the added ingredients may lose their nutritional value, potentially causing adverse effects. For safety, avoid drinking overnight water with added substances. 3. Cold overnight water. Drinking water properly involves understanding some nuances. For example, avoid drinking cold overnight water, especially if you have a weak digestive system. In colder seasons like autumn and winter, overnight water can become very cold, especially in northern regions where temperatures may drop below freezing. Drinking this cold water can cause issues, particularly for those prone to stomach coldness and pain. It's healthier to boil the water again and let it cool to a suitable temperature before drinking. Since overnight water has been sitting for a long time and may be quite cold, avoid drinking it directly to ensure safety and protect your digestive system. Summary on drinking overnight water. Whether overnight water is safe to drink depends on various factors: storage measures, purity, temperature, and saltwater considerations. While some believe that drinking a glass of light salt water in the morning can prevent constipation, there's no conclusive scientific evidence supporting this. Excessive sodium intake can raise blood pressure and harm health. The definition of light salt water isn't standardized, but if it contains 0.2% salt, 1 g of salt in 500 milliliters of water, it can contribute significantly to daily sodium intake.